Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Adam from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of the award-winning Fearless Tarot and the brand new released Tarot in Love, Consulting the Cards in Matters of the Heart, which is a great tarot resource for exploring some of your greatest vulnerabilities about relationships and also in understanding other people through the cards and understanding yourself, most importantly of all. It is time for this week's Oracle reveal. So earlier today on Instagram, I placed up a photo of 3 different animals and I asked you to use your intuition and ask yourself which animal's calling to you because that animal has your message. And the 3 animals were the manatee, the owl, and the snow leopard. So if you're just joining me now, ask yourself which animal's calling to you because that animal has your message. For those of you who picked the manatee, the card says accept the situation as it is instead of trying to fight to change it. And manatee could be an animal right now, which is really telling you to go with the flow. The situation in front of you might not be what you've expected. It might not be exactly transpiring the way you thought it should. And yet it's important to accept it. Manatees are also very gentle. So this could be a time to be very gentle with yourself, especially if you're undergoing a transition, a change, some sort of process of allowing yourself to let go of something difficult. It's important that you're kind to yourself and kind to others through this process. First card for Manatee is where it's best to place your focus this next week. And we actually get the King of Pentacles reversed. Now, the King of Pentacles reverse can sometimes represent some frustration that something hasn't grown according to plan in the timing that you wished it would have. The King of Pentacles reverse can also just indicate that this is a time where you're not procrastinating anymore, you're getting back on track, but you're allowing yourself to be a little bit more patient with things as they're growing. This card, upright or reversed, does encourage patience. And I feel with that manatee message, the most important thing to be patient with right now is yourself and with your process. Allow things to grow organically. Don't try to jam them through or force them. And also be kind to yourself as you're growing. This is an important time to know that in time, the harvest is going to come, but you need to be on your own side right now instead of pushing too hard. The advice from your inner wisdom this next week is actually the 3 of Cups if you pick the manatee. And the 3 of Cups is all about elevating the energy. If things have gotten too heavy or too serious or too frustrated, that 3 of Cups is telling you to smile at it and to bring that energy up again through your personal charisma, your charm, your character. It's important that you're really conscious right now of what energy you're infusing your projects with. So 3 of Cups, I just think, is a time to elevate, and it's also a time to lighten up. Maybe you're just looking at that watched pot so closely, waiting for it to boil, and you're needing to distract yourself with something that brings you some levity instead. And then finally, we got the mythic archetype that's going to help you this next week, and we see Zeus, the king of the gods. You see that eagle perched on his shoulder, and the eagle is able to fly high above. It's all about raising that energy and seeing things in perspective. The eagle is also a symbol for your spirit, your higher self. And so I almost feel like if you've been looking up at a problem right now, sort of like a little ant up close and personal to the little molehill, it's going to look like a mountain. And that eagle on the Zeus card could really say it's time to transcend. It's time to elevate that energy, like the 3 of Cups is saying. Look at things from that bird's eye view. Because Zeus also holds the lightning bolt, which can be a symbol for an epiphany, an insight. It's almost like if you can separate yourself from the thing you're trying to watch grow so closely, you're going to have that flash of insight. You're going to see that breakthrough. And so I just think distance is going to be really important, and just kindness with yourself as you're going through this current. Next, we got the owl card, and on the card, it's actually the Puyo, which is a Hawaiian owl. And this card says, your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now. So pay close attention to signs and omens from them. So the owl could be telling you this next week, pay attention to those little signs or signals or omens you're getting. Your ancestors are constantly speaking to you. They're in your DNA, they're in your blood. All the many years of their sacrifices, challenges, overcoming adversity, that's all a part of you. And what you might need to realize right now is if your best of your ancestors can handle adversity, challenge, and overcome it and be strong, so can you. That's in you. So I think that this is a time to look for those encouraging messages in order to feel empowered this next week. First card for the owl is where it's best to place your focus, and we got the Page of Cups. And he is the very sensitive card of the tarot of artists. He's also the representation of your inner child. And this could be a time where you're getting back into the child's mind, where you're looking at your life with wonder and openness. But the Page of Cups is also very clear about his sensitivity. He's very sensitive to the energy of other people. So this might be a time where you're putting some boundaries around your sensitive energy and the energy you're allowing in. Page of Cups could also say that this is a good time to retreat and to put your energy into a project, something creative, in order to feel like you're expressing your emotions. The advice from your inner wisdom this next week, if you pick the owl, is the Five of Pentacles. And this is long associated with poverty. It's been called the poverty card. But for me, the Five of Pentacles can also represent energy wasters. It can represent feelings or thoughts that make you feel depleted. They take more than they give. And when we couple that with that sensitive message of the Page of Cups, just as you wouldn't let a toddler around just anybody, so too you need to take care of your own divine little inner child spirit and be very selective of who you're allowing access to that very sensitive part of yourself with. And so I just think this is a time maybe to create some space and also to be very conscious of what's been taking up all the energy and reinvest that energy in what your deepest projects are or what makes your inner child laugh and sing. And the mythic archetype that's going to help you this next week are the sirens. They are the mermaids who lure the sailors off course with their beautiful voices. And what they represent are distractions. All these energy wasters for you, they're distractions. They're all keeping you away from the purpose of the Page of Cups, which is to enjoy your life, to feel that you're expressing something creatively, and also to listen to your heart. And then finally, we got the Snow Leopard. And this card says, take some time out of your usual life and spend it in solitude. And Snow Leopard could be really advising you to take a moment, to take a break, to really check within, to be conscious of what you're needing at this time. First card for Snow Leopard is where it's best to place your focus this next week, and we actually get the Strength card. And the symbolism of the Strength card is beautiful. It shows this woman with the white on. She represents your higher self, and she's always taming the beast. And the beast is different for everybody. For some people, it will represent their fear or their anger, but it always represents that thing that feels out of control. And what you're needing to do is rein that in. Take care of yourself at this time and really just allow yourself some time in solitude in order to get a grip over the thing that you've been wrestling with the most. The Strength card will always remind you that you're stronger than the challenge that's in front of you. The advice from your inner wisdom this next week is actually the Temperance card. So if you pick Snow Leopard, Temperance could say it's time to check within. We have two major arcana cards here of deep healing. The Angel of Temperance pours one full cup of water into the empty cup. So this could be a time where you're replenishing that which has been running on empty. It's important to listen to your body, listen to your heart. It's going to give you these clues as to what you can handle and what you can take and what you need to leave behind. And finally, the mythic archetype that's going to help you this next week is Lachesis. She's the second of the three fates. She's associated with luck and also making your own luck. There is that old saying that luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And so this could be a time when you're getting everything prepared in order to make your own luck so that when that opportunity arises, you're able to go for it. And also because we have these major arcana cards, this could be a time to check within, to get your spirit back in balance, to get your inner self humming again, because that's what's going to really prepare you for stepping forward when that right opportunity comes up for you. And that is this week's Oracle. I do hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, you can always check me out at elliotoracle.com and schedule a one-on-one reading with me there. Otherwise, my books are all available wherever they're sold. And I do appreciate those kind reviews, so keep them coming in. And I want to thank you again for spending every week with me. I will see you again next week. So all the best to you and do take care.